everybody. Welcome back. Abby dropped, but I'm sure she'll be back. Welcome back to Kiss My Cheeks TV. We are here for our weekly Traders panel review, and we about to just get it popping. We're about to get it started because the Grand Dame is back in Potomac tonight, and we ain't gonna keep y'all long because we gotta watch. So I want to start off. Y'all tell me I got StreamYard is new. I can't see when Abby come back.
It should. How you can't see it?
Because it put everybody in two rows instead of one long row.
There she is.
Okay,
Yeah,
Abby.
girl, you don't have no light. Oh, there it is. Okay, I was like, we can't see you.
Hold on. This one is doing something funny. Oh, swap it out. Ta-da. Now listen here. It's possessed. Look, it's possessed. Ooh, in the name of Jesus, I declare you to be still. Amen.
Because Jesus had anything to do with the light. Wait.
Well, I don't know. It could be the devil. I don't know.
I thought he was the light of the world. Jesus,
It
the light of
is.
the world.
Well, we're
Amen.
gonna start off this week talking about where we left off the banquet of death, whatever they called it. But
Banquet of death.
I want to talk about the fashions real quick because they put on a fashion show. So let's just jump into. We're gonna spend 5 minutes talking about the outfits, then we're gonna jump into who got murdered. So first we have the best friends, Johnny and Tara. I really love this diamond thing. Johnny got over his shoulders, and Tara just looked plain.
Slutty.
They both are chopped. If you want to be honest.
Yeah, I wasn't impressed with Johnny's outfit either.
I like Johnny's a little bit. Tara's look like Tara.
Yeah, and Tara looked like she on her way on a stroll.
She looked like a whore. She's a whore.
Mm-hmm. Now she working the beat, Jesus.
Working the goddamn beat.
Then we have the fellas. I really like this mint green color.
I do like the mint green.
They're both a chop.
No.
I do like the mint green though. I do.
I like the color, but the suit was ill-fitting. I don't like what this other guy got on either. The brooch was good. I like the little brooch or whatnot, but that's about it. I don't really care for him anyway, so he's not gonna make the fact that I don't like him makes the outfit kind of worse.
Well, I like the outfit. I don't like him because again, he's the person I blame for Tiffany being gone and not Colton. But okay.
Yes. I really want these men to start dressing like they think Coleman Domingo is going to show up unexpectedly.
Oh, wow.
And they're not. And it's upsetting me and my
if
homegirl.
he shows up.
Because he's going to be dressed. He's going to put it on. Therefore, they have to rise to meet the level of Coleman Domingo.
People don't have Coleman Domingo.
Men do not think about that.
I'm just telling you what I want. I ain't saying it's going to happen.
We got you.
What you think, Britt?
I like Eric's. I'm not a fan of him, but I like his. Mark's, I don't know what he was trying to do.
I don't know. Get the two different sleeve colors,
but Mark is one of my favorites. So
really, because he barely on the show.
Yeah. I think there's a reason for that. I saw a TikTok about that,
and I saw some stuff too about Mark and
Kristen.
Mm-hmm.
Well, okay, we'll share because I don't know what y'all talking about.
Yeah, because I ain't seen it. I saw what Abby sent me.
He said that because her and Mark's, I guess, plan wasn't exciting or interesting enough, they really didn't show it. But it was
any of it. They said they were doing all kind of things.
Yeah, I feel like it was a few of them that they really didn't show as much.
I really wish production would stop deciding for us what we care about.
Yes,
right.
Like even if give us something because now it just looks like you said. It looks like they're not playing the game.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yes.
And they said they had a whole bunch of gameplay between them. And she was like, you really think our names won't never say it for a reason? I was like, okay.
Okay, girl.
Yeah, the editing has been horrible. I don't like it. It's like they always try to make it seem like it's one way and it's really not. Colton was one of the worst looks.
He was.
Colton
and then that, remember he had like on a mask or something or on his head or on his face.
That thing was like a mask
or something.
It
was.
This is when I challenged the he's gay rumors. Because what the fuck is this? What you got on?
Well, you got a point.
You've been in the closet this whole time, and this is what you come out with.
We said About the closet.
This, and
I
then
mean,
you
you
got
wasn't doing
Alan
nothing in that
as
damn closet.
you have Alan Cummings coming out every 20 minutes in a different badass outfit, and this is what you
A
chose.
different dude, everything, a new wig, everything, and this is what he showed.
Listen, hair different color.
You hear me? Yeah, Steven was just, it's okay.
They tried. That I agree with the comments. Steven tried. Colton just look a mess. Up next, we have Dorinda and Jam
Boots.
Jam.
Why are we tooting and bootings? I'm sorry. Boots. The
Both?
I like Dorinda's.
I like
Dorinda's
Dorinda's
okay.
too. I like Dorinda's.
Jam. It looked like you bought this off the right. Nothing fits.
It
But
doesn't.
none
It
of
don't
Jam Jam's
fit.
clothes fit. Like all of his outfits have not fit. Like I don't know
do
if
you
he's
think he
lost.
lost an abundance of
Yeah, I
weight?
was gonna say I don't know if he's lost a lot of weight or something, but none of his clothes seem to fit him.
He might have lost weight right before the show, but I do like Dorinda's. I like that big flower brooch.
Yeah, I like Dorinda's. I do like hers.
Big combat boot. Nope.
Now this one, Natalie needs
In her
help.
shoulders.
Now, why is Natalie dressed like she one of the Can girls from Moulin Rouge? How does that fit into what we got going? Okay.
Why is it so? It makes her look like she has no boobs. Like what is that?
It
It's
definitely
Because it's
so
really
low.
pushing it down.
Yeah, it is so low. It just looks.
And I feel like I should be seeing your areolas, but you don't have any or something. Like I'm trying to
Right,
figure
no,
this
it
out.
does. It looks like it does. It looks like she had top surgery to remove. It looks like she has no breasts. Like I don't understand what's going on here.
Yeah, she's a fit girl. She's definitely not a fashion girl because none of her looks, even the everyday clothing that she's been wearing, I'm just like, what is this?
her everyday.
Yeah, because that jumpsuit she had on in this was it this episode later on in this episode, that black jumpsuit, that was a mess too.
I feel like she picked a gay man to help her dress, and she picked Colton, who don't know what the fuck he's doing. So she getting bad advice.
No, I think she dressed herself because if you see Natalie like off the show, she has to have a makeup artist and a stylist because her face be beat, her clothes be nice. They say they got to dress and do their own makeup, and it's very clear she needs help. But I love
like
Kristen.
I like
Christians,
Christian's
Christians, yes.
I see you, Dejan, not too much on Natalie. I do love Natalie.
Yeah, I do like that red.
Now I do like this gold that Mara has on, but
I would like to say I just realized Mara was there this episode, and that was only because of this little gold thing she had on. I didn't even know she was on the show.
I like the hat. The hat gave me everything I needed.
I like it.
I like the outfit
like
too.
Mara's outfit. I don't just.
I'm not a fan of her either, but I like it.
I like she probably was one of my best dressed of the night.
She's one of my best dressed too. She's in my top 3, yes.
I would agree. But Rob, you couldn't pack one pair of dress shoes. You have to wear them cowboy boots with everything.
I think it's his shtick, child, because that whole outfit is just horrendous to me.
I think we have the Traitors are last. Candace and girl.
The headset. The headpiece.
I love that. I love Candace's headpiece. I love it. I don't know what the fuck Lisa Rinna is wearing.
I don't know what.
I don't know what olive oil.
I said olive oil.
That she stole from the set of the new Popeye, the Sailor Man movie that she done stole and put on. But this is hideous. She should take it back. She should be mad at whoever gave her that outfit.
Absolutely, she should, because I don't know what the hell.
Traitor. Because she doesn't look like the rest. It gives Traitor.
It gives. I was going to be in Popeye the Sailor Man play.
She has those bloomers underneath. Like, girl, what are you doing?
Right, and I kept the wardrobe, and I decided I would wear it.
Like what?
I feel like the outfit and you know how it has all of the puffy mushed up matches her lips. If her lips were blue, it would match the outfit.
Now it matches her lips. My God, on today. Shut up, old Jesus.
Somebody definitely missed the mark. I don't think she understood the assignment I love Candace. Candace can do no wrong. I liked all of Candace's looks this season.
Oh, I ain't gonna go that far.
Oh,
I ain't like
oh,
all
you
of
went.
it.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
But I mean,
daughter.
that's no. But I
Okay.
mean, listen, baby, if you like it, I love it. But no, not for me.
No,
But Miss Lisa,
Candace
I
can.
don't know. This look and that brooch did not go. It was so obvious to me. Maybe because we already knew, but I was just like, it didn't go.
The brooch, I could see a brooch go because you needed something. I think the brooch goes for this outfit because you needed something. To me, that's appropriate jewelry for something like this. To me,
Just not with what she was wearing. Because what she was wearing,
it don't match that olive oil
it was
outfit.
too much. It was already too
That would have
much.
went better on what Candace had on. To be honest.
Yes.
Even Rob. Just
I
But
don't
I'm
know
not
if that
mad at
would
them for not
it would
taking
have
that
to me.
brooch.
It would have been too much for what Candace got on for me.
But I think that's the end of the fashion show. But at the end of the day, the faithful still ain't figure out it was the brooch. They over here talking about air kisses. But before we get to the air kisses,
we ain't got no picture of Alan with the diamonds on his face.
Alan wasn't on Google, so I couldn't. I only could see what Google gave me.
Dang.
So what did y'all think about the banquet? Because I personally think it was overhyped.
What I want to say is this is season 4 of Murdering in Sight, Plain Sight. Why are we walking in the banquet? Hey, hug, let me fix up your outfit. I wouldn't touch nobody and I wouldn't want anybody touching me. I don't want nobody serving me no food. I could reach across the table and get it myself. It was too much. Like they didn't know what was going on.
Yeah, I think they made it like a grand show for Lisa's entrance too. Like she was the last one, or for what
To me, that was
saw.
so obvious how they.
It was obvious,
very clear,
and I'm sure it was editing that made it look that because. But even the fact that she was the last one there, and everybody's like, "Where's Lisa? Where's Lisa?" So that had to mean that there was some sort of a delay. It was to me, it was really obvious that because, like, girl.
You could be cordial without kissing, doing them air kisses, because we've already seen people in the past. Well, maybe they haven't watched. It's very clear they haven't watched. And they only saw the Murder in Sight where they got murdered with a drink. But
were they aware that it was going to be a murder in plain sight?
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
It was obvious. But Rob C wasn't there to tell him so.
Right. I think everybody was on guard that it pretty much could be. Like they knew something was going to happen. Everybody knew something was going to happen. That's why Jen say I'm not going to eat anything from anyone. I'm not going to drink anything from anyone. Like they was already
right. He knew, but he still got caught up. But he knew.
And Yum Yum was doing the most. He was air kissing, fixing people's outfit. And Yum Yum was doing too much for him to be on that mindset.
And it's not really far-fetched for people to air kiss. Like, that's like a housewife thing. And he said it was strange. And she didn't kiss him directly on the cheek. They just touched cheeks and she air kissed him too.
So he initiated the air kiss and then said it was sus?
I don't know if he initiated it or not.
But
this is feeling very if Johnny had 5 apples.
But that's the thing. The game makes you paranoid like that, though. The game makes you paranoid. It makes you second guess everything. It makes you think that everything means something, and sometimes it doesn't mean anything. Like the fact that they were trying to say he served me the turkey. It must be him because he put a piece of meat on my plate. Like it makes because they did know that this must be. They knew it was more to that banquet. But I'm with you. I mean, the kissing and stuff. Like some stuff you have to just kind of be cordial, but try to be as what's the word I'm looking for? Like not be as forthcoming, but some of it you can't help but just be cordial. But yeah, some of that other stuff, like even with the cars, maybe I wouldn't have said nothing about them cars. I wouldn't have touched them cars. I wouldn't have said nothing about them cars. None of that.
Yeah, but Lisa picks, she said her picks were Jam, Natalie, and Christian. So we knew one of those 3 were going to be the ones that she would try to set up.
And I thought those were good picks, even though I love Natalie and I did not want her to get murdered. I thought those were good picks, except for Jam. She should have left Jam alone.
I agree. I feel like
because they would have eventually banished him.
Well, why did she have to leave Yam squared alone?
Because I have a problem with her for banishment. They already, because Tiffany threw his name out there, they had been talking about him. So I would leave people who could be banished eventually alone.
I wouldn't. Don't care if you get banished now or later. You
I
gonna
would have
go
went with
eventually.
I would have just went with but I don't I think it was Jam Jam was the first one that jumped up to help her because remember she said, "Oh, it stuck me," and there was a
Mhm.
couple people around her at that time. It
Hmm.
wasn't
It was
just Jam
Mara and
Jam,
Jam Jam.
and
And she just
and
would have been
so
bleeding if it was me. And I'd be like, oh, for real?
And that's who she should have got was Mara. If you know Mara and Rob are from Love Island and they like that, I would have sent his sidekick out the door because you couldn't get Colton. Colton is too obvious. She should have got Mara to help her.
I think she should have went for Colton. Lisa's already on the chopping block. I felt like win, lose, or draw, she was gonna go home tonight. I would have still would have got him. But if not, I would have tried to go for Natalie. Because Natalie always sways with Colton.
So if y'all think she would have gone for Colton and she tried to use that, oh, it stuck me. You think Colton had enough empathy to say something or be like, oh my God, let me help you? Hell no. He'd have looked at
He
that.
would have to do
All
it
the
a
way
different
across the
way.
roof, Lisa.
Yeah.
it would have
He
been
would
too
have had to.
He'd
obvious if
have looked at
Colton
her
would
and
have
said,
went
oh,
up
that
to her.
sucks for you, and walked the fuck away, and you'd have just been stuck, bitch. What you gonna do?
He sure would
Now, they
have.
were gonna have to do it a smarter way, which is why I think it was probably Lisa's time because nobody really is playing the game the way Colton and Rob is playing the game right now. They're not thinking several steps ahead. They
Yeah,
wouldn't
because I'd
have
have been put
had to,
Colton out. He done been wrong 3 different times. How long you gonna listen to this wrong ass nigga and give y'all people to put out? He wrong every single time, and ain't nobody said, "Oh, we need to get rid of this nigga," because clearly he's clearly giving Traitor, even though he is a faithful. Clearly, something about him. Every time he go on this push, and everybody follow his ass off the cliff to put somebody out, and he dead ass wrong, and we just gonna continue.
Well, his name was on the chopping block, but these faithfuls get to the round table like, oh, but I've heard the argument, so I changed my vote.
they
He
switch
could have
up.
been gone 3 banishments ago. But
He
here
should have been
comes
gone after
Alan.
Tiffany.
He should have been
What?
gone after Tiffany. I agree. But here comes Alan with I don't know what them people call the henchmen, the gold
It was
mask.
guards or something.
Yeah, with
No.
2 antidotes, and all the faithfuls could fight for these 2 antidotes. I felt like not enough people was fighting. To me, every faithful at that table should have been fighting over them things.
Well, let's be clear. We don't have no more faithfuls no more. When Rob did what he did last episode, basically at that point, all bets were off. I just feel like all bets were off at that point.
Mhm.
What you
Especially
mean?
he's
Y'all
deciding
think
to be.
Colton fighting like this because he need money to fight
No,
that stalking case against that lady?
no, I think he just wants to win the game. I think he just really
I
likes
think
he wants to win the game. I think that's what it is.
because he can't be trying to improve his social media presence because he's not doing anything to make us like him.
No, he's not. That could just be how he is. He's an
Well,
aggressive person.
he
Yeah.
clearly you standing outside that lady apartment at 2 a.m. You like
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
aggressive. It's,
He's clearly just an aggressive person, and that's just how he gonna play. But we sick and tired of seeing it. So ultimately, it's everyone kind of agrees Kristen can get an antidote because somebody flipped over her card. And then Natalie and Tara are fighting over the antidote. I forgot why Tara felt like she needed one.
Because she said
because
the
they edited
reason
stuff
her-
out and we don't she's a non-motherfucking factor to the rest of us, and so we don't know what's actually happening.
My thing about it is, I know I would have been completely wrong, but nothing could have kept me off of Natalie. Natalie would have been going home. If I was a faithful, there was nobody. The fact that Natalie fought like that, and then the fact that Tara said that this whore said, we murdered somebody. She would have been, I could have been wrong as rain, but I would have been on her neck. That
Yep.
just would have been me. And
But
I'm
it's too
saying
many
that,
people that made that slip up and said we.
mm-mm.
And
And
not that
It's
many
a
though.
slip up with the fighting, for like she literally almost body slammed Tara for that
you
elixir.
did.
And so that right there for me would have been, because if I'm a fake, I don't know who's a traitor. and nothing to me would have screamed more traitor behavior than that right there. I would have
But
been on like stank on shit.
I would just like to say I too would be the Natalie. Fuck all y'all. You know who gonna be here tomorrow?
right,
Me.
right.
No,
And to
Tara
me,
felt like
that's
she
not
needed.
traitor behavior because if I'm the traitor and I know it's Yam Yam, I'm not gonna fight Tara that hard. I'm only gonna fight Yam Yam for the thing, but then that's obvious. So
Yam
I
Yam
don't
didn't
think
even fight for it though, and
he didn't.
he's tried every episode about getting the shield, but the one time he feel like he needs something, he doesn't say a word until after the fact. So I was over him anyway. But Tyra felt like she needed the antidote or the potion because she said Dorinda served her turkey or roast or whatever it was, and then Christian felt like she needed because her tarot card was flipped over. And Nellie felt like she needed it and was whining about it because she said people are taking out gamers.
Well, they are. But here's the question that everyone had: is it fair? I know it's small. Is it fair that when Yum Yum got murdered, he got to do all that hollering, yelling that Lisa kissed me? Do y'all think it was fair, or should it have been a silent murder, or maybe they should have saved the murder for breakfast like they always do?
Yeah. Yep. Now that I could agree with. I agree wholeheartedly because he was able to do a whole lot and say a whole lot. And it should have been a regular, you'll know when you get up for in the morning.
I agree.
Right. Alan could have came out and said, one of y'all been murdered. Sleep well. And we would have found
Mhm.
out in the morning.
We'll find out if the antidote worked in the morning.
Yep.
Yes.
He was so erratic and so yeah, it went fast. And I think he was being a weird extra. I don't think he should have been able to do it, but I think
Maybe he
Lisa was
signed it
gonna
in
be
his
gone.
contract that he could get, like, if he get murdered, he get a banishment, like, goodbye. You know, where you get to stand there and talk your shit before you walk out. And so
It
they
was
had to.
entertaining, but I did think it was unfair in the game because
Yeah.
to me, that was Lisa's signature on her banishment. The person who got murdered called you out. Now, he
Mhm.
was wrong about the kiss. It was really him fixing the brooch. And that shows you how you can help somebody fix their clothes, and it's so insignificant. He didn't even remember that.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'm
Because I
sorry,
think
y'all. I had to step away. Yeah, I feel like they could have just, like you said, the banquet could have been over, and he could have said, "Listen, we'll find out in the morning if the traders were successful." And I feel
yeah.
like that should have been that. But letting him yell again once you like, I don't know because I don't. I guess they didn't tell him they couldn't do it because he did it. I don't know.
No, because think about it. When they do the funeral march and three people have to lay in the coffins and they announce in front of everybody who got murdered in them coffins, they can't get up out that coffin and yell, "Oh, I think so and so murdered me." Like once you
It's too
murder,
late, you dead.
Mhm.
right.
You dead. The dead don't speak. Oh, okay.
I still think Lisa was gonna go because Colton had already planted too many seeds. Like him and Rob planted too many seeds already, and of course, Yam Yam yelling it out really didn't help her, and she didn't really defend herself too well. So I think she was gonna go regardless. But I still don't think it was fair for him to do that.
I think
The way I would have jumped in my acting bag and started hollering and crying, yum, it wasn't me. I didn't do
Yeah, or something like if
uh,
she's an
uh,
actor,
let
I
me say
expected her
before
to be
I gotta
better.
go in just a second. Let me say this before I go. I feel like Candace may be going next. She
Yeah.
doesn't have anybody. She doesn't have anybody. The wife
No.
housewives are going. Dorinda clearly don't care about that.
No.
So
Why is Dorito still there?
I have no idea. But I think that
I don't like her.
Candace is it may not be this week, but I can see in the next 2 weeks Candace being gone.
Well, I agree because again, the first thing they said was because Colton said it a couple of episodes ago. Pay attention to who's defending who, and that's
Mhm.
one thing they said. They said every time Lisa's name came up, Candace diverted. Candace tried to divert it, and I think her vote was stupid. I understand you were pissed off at Rob, but your vote at that point you should have either voted for Lisa or voted for Natalie. It's kind of like what Sari had to do that first season when she ended up
Mhm.
having to vote. She was like, I couldn't not do it at that point because it would have put a spotlight on me. Candace voting for Rob was stupid. Again, I know you're mad, but you got to find another way to process that because you should have either voted for Natalie or voted for Lisa at that point and just been done with it.
All
I
right,
think
y'all.
You
I
believe?
gotta go.
I
I
think
will see y'all
Okay.
next week.
Candace.
All right, we see
all
you
right,
next week.
Elton.
So
Oh no,
here's
not
my
next week. We'll be on the ship.
Oh
I'm
yeah.
about to say I'll see you. I'll see you on Thursday, maybe Friday morning, sir.
Bye,
And we're
y'all.
going to do a live. I'm gonna talk to Cruiser. We're going to try to do a live like Tuesday. Oh, he gone. But we're gonna try to do a live like Tuesday. I'll make sure you get the link. And are you in the group chat?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll put the link in the group chat so we can just kind of do last minute. It's a lot of stuff and people talking and people getting antsy and stuff now. So we'll have a live.
My
I
thing
think
is, if they trying to give Dorito a break, why they even bring her little raggedy rectangle head ass onto this season? I don't like
Well,
her.
I
if
don't
they
know, but
watched
I
last
do think
season, I
Candace
would have
can.
immediately thought she was a traitor.
I think Candace can get a group. I think because the way I was looking at it, she can sway Dorinda. She could sway Tara and Johnny and Christian and Mark are in an alliance. So that's five against Rob's
I
five,
don't
which
know how
is
many people left.
Colton,
It's still like
Natalie,
11 people. It's too
Eric,
many people.
I would
and
love
Steve.
to see a good tie.
I think they both can get five apiece, to be honest with you. But I think Candace can get the sway because if Colton is going after Steven, Steven will be on Candace's side.
Mm-hmm.
So it'll she can sway the majority. I really think so. Because the only people who seemingly are super, I guess, alliances with Colton is Rob, Colton, Natalie, and Eric.
And
Or
Mara.
maybe Lyris.
But I think
And
Candace
Mara.
I think Candace waited too late. Now that Rob has mobilized his alliance, after that group that fought for the dagger, and don't forget he still has that power, that
And that's
dagger.
true.
Yep.
I think Candace it's a little too late. Like when you and I understand again, I get where Candace is coming from. I'm all about loyalty. But when she start like when Lisa's name was just murmured, that was one thing. But when she started realizing that Lisa's name was out there, that's when you should have pulled Rob to the side and said, "Listen, what we about to do?"
Right.
I
Because
think
at that point, Lisa, the banishment before that, Lisa's name was she was one vote away. You had to know people weren't going to let go of that.
yeah, that's true.
Especially since they didn't get a traitor. It would be different if Ron had been a traitor, then maybe Lisa would have got a little pass. But the fact that Ron wasn't a traitor, they're not going to let that go. And at that point, Candace needed to come like, all right, Rob, listen, we got to cut bait. What we gonna do? What's the next plan?
And are they going to recruit a new trader?
And the
Of course
reality,
they are.
We gotta
Yeah.
say that. We gotta save that to the end. But
well,
let's put this question at hand.
But look, Candace and Lisa, soon as Rob made that vote with Lisa, they should have been planting seeds right then to get Rob out. That's what
the
I
problem is that would have been really hard because I mean, based on the editing, let me just say that based on the editing, Rob's name has never come up.
Never.
So it'd have been really, really hard.
And Ron confirmed that.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It would have been really, really hard for them to sway, to drop enough nuggets for them to get a significant vote. I don't know. I think that would have been risky. What they would have been better off doing is not so much trying to go after Rob, but go after who he's aligned with, which was Colton. They should have went. And I know that they couldn't kill Colton, but they should have banished Colton. That's when you're dropping those seeds because because now Rob got a whole alliance. And the fact that they got a traitor.
But Candace she can defend herself and say she's been defending all the housewives though. Like
True.
She's been defending all the housewives.
Well,
So
you
I
gotta
think
remember,
argument.
Dorinda made that dumbass vote too by voting for Mara. And I think that's the only thing that might save Candace. If she was the only one out there that didn't vote Lisa or Natalie, all eyes on her. But the fact that Dorinda did the same ass dumb move, it looks like housewives just can't vote for housewives. But this is the question I wanted to ask y'all because everybody came to breakfast and I don't even know the point of breakfast. But the traders came in first. Do you think if Rob would have went to Candace and said, "Look, Lisa name out there, she probably gonna go, but I still got you. We could still do that trader thing together." Do you think Rob would have been true to the traitors first, then his little cult and whatever, or do you think he would have still be throwing Candace's name under the bus?
I
He
don't
would have
think
still
Rob
been
has
back
any.
with Colton
Yeah, I don't think Rob has any interest in working with Candace.
at all. He's playing
And
his own game.
yeah, I think from the beginning, I think when he saw who the other two traitors were, I don't think his intention was to ever. Seriously, I just don't think. I think he was
I'm
like,
laughing at
one,
this
he's the only
comment.
guy, so I think he felt like he might have had a little because he's the only man in the room. But I do not think it was ever his intention. I just don't.
I think his intention is to recruit Colton as the next traitor. That's what I
I
think.
was going to
This
say
would
that,
be
but
a
Angela
damn
said we had to
fool.
wait.
Traitor.
Angela said we had to
Would
wait,
be
but
a
that's
damn
what.
fool.
Yeah, we're
Exactly.
gonna wait. We're gonna wait to the end. We got to get through
Okay, but
Abby's favorite mission of hiking this mountain and get gold in the book bag.
Wouldn't have
But
got
did you
not near a piece of it. I'd
But
have been at the base being cute. I'll collect the things when y'all come back down. Because who the fuck finna take their fat ass up this mountain? Not me. I'm not saving no damn marriage. What is we doing?
Lord, that's saving them.
at the breakfast how the seating was Lisa, Candace, and then Rob skipped the seat and sat like it was Lisa, Candace, a empty seat, and then Rob. Like he's never been interested in playing because I feel like he feels as though they don't know how to play the game, so he doesn't want to play with them, and he feel like he's better off having an alliance with faithfuls. So that's what he's being more faithful to.
I can see that. So
Let me ask this question before you go there. Are they allowed to tell people who the traitors are?
No,
no,
no.
Okay.
Because
We
remember
gonna get
last year?
to
Remember how close Danielle came last year to telling what's the face that she was a traitor? Remember how close she came?
Ooh. Oh,
Danielle,
Brittany.
remember when she was doing all that crying and she was like, and I was like, is she gonna tell her? Remember?
Look, don't piss me off about last season because Danielle was doing so much acting. All that damn crying Danielle was doing.
Oh my God! On today, please, because then we're gonna have to talk about that hair, and I can't.
And
do
it
it.
still look a mess. But anyway, we ain't gonna go there. We ain't gonna get
I
back.
was about to say,
into
please,
that.
let's
Not
not.
you
Let's
showed
not get
up
on
with
the hair,
8 week
honey.
old braids, daughter. What was you? Okay, I'm not even going.
So they done hiked this mountain, got the gold. People with the top gold get to fight for a dagger, and it's Natalie and all the men, because everybody else was with Abby at the bottom of the hill, or threw all they rocks and they ain't had no rocks to carry.
I'm hanging out with Troy,
So
the sheriff at the bottom of the mountain. I'm not going
now
up the mountain.
remind me, how did Rob get to be the one to be the human lie detector and guess for the dagger? How did he get to be the
I
one?
think he had the most gold, didn't he?
Oh, is that what it was?
I don't know. I think that's what it was. That he had the most gold. I thought.
Okay, so Rob had the most gold.
Yep.
They played.
Don't quote me on that, y'all. I just if somebody got a better one.
But another thing I noticed in that I hate for my girl Candace is like if you notice every time we see Colton and Rob, they're planning, they're talking, they're really playing the game. As they're walking up, they're planning. And I feel like there would have been another opportunity. Candace and Lisa could have said, we know we're not fit for this. So what is going to be the plan? We can, or who we going to give our rocks to? Like something to
They
kind
didn't
of
have any rocks. They lost all their rocks.
well, Lisa had some because you remember she ended up giving hers away, but
Yeah.
Candace threw hers and missed. But if they would have been trying to plan and think out and discussing things just like Colton and Rob is, they could at least had some type of plan instead of trying to wing it and then trying to like figure out what to do next. Because Lisa ended up giving her rocks to Steven.
Right. Yeah, they were all over the place, child.
Right. I'd be watching like a frustrated parent.
I was frustrated that Colton started carrying Rob's bag. I said, "What is going on here?"
Like, yeah, that's why I said they didn't mess around and let Rob is a whole because even if he doesn't, I know we're gonna talk about it later, but even if he doesn't recruit Colton, he has such an alliance at this point.
Do y'all think Rob is on the DL and him and Colton is got a little something going on in the background, and that's why they so close?
Look, anything is possible, but I don't think that's the case. He might have a crush on Rob. Like
I don't know. Colton might be a head doctor. We don't know.
I don't know what Rob plan is, but I feel like Colton knows something. I don't care what nobody say. You went from last episode, I'm gonna get a shit every time I'm playing this aggressive game, I'm playing to win, all this and that. You going full fledged, like full force, and now you want to take a back seat. And now Rob is playing the exact game, word for word, bar for bar, that Colton was just doing. So he knows something. Why do you feel so safe now? If he doesn't know Rob is a traitor, Rob has told him who definitely is one.
That's what French Kiss said in the chat. French Kiss said that they
Dan
think
told the
that
people
Colton.
about
A lot of people
last
in
year.
the chat are saying the same thing.
A lot of people are saying that. I got a slide about that. We'll get to that at the end. So up next is the human lie detector. As they were playing, I couldn't figure it out, but once they got to Natalie, I did say Natalie must have it because she got the twitch in her eyes.
So it
But
was 5 people. It
mhm,
was so Rob got the most, so he was able to be the person that picks whether or not a person didn't or did have the dagger. It
mhm.
was Natalie,
Eric,
Eric,
Mark,
Steven,
Steve,
Mark,
Colton,
and Colton.
all the men in
And
that.
did you notice all the guys shook their head to like basically tell Rob, I
They
don't
did.
have it?
It was like
They
It
did.
wasn't nothing that
They
he
all
said.
gave
He
him a
didn't
the
say
signal.
no
They
alliance.
sure
nothing with no
did.
intuition. They
That's why I
basically
said
told
Rob
him.
has a whole alliance and he's the leader. And
Mhm.
Candace, that's why I don't think it matters that the Candace, it's a wrap because you have allowed Rob. That's why I say I don't think, and again, I know a lot gets edited out, y'all, but I don't think Rob's intention was to ever play to the end with them. Now, when he was going to depart, I don't know. But I think from the beginning he was like they're not smart enough. I don't think he respects their game. I don't think he thought that. I think he just thought he was smarter than them.
Do you think Steven will still be on Rob's side once he finds out that Colton is trying to come for him? I think that's where they're gonna get Steven, and I think they can get Mark because Mark is in an alliance with Christian, and Christian is gonna sway with Candace.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
We're gonna see next episode, but
You
they
gonna see?
who got the
You
So
think
dagger?
they going okay, so is this a this is where my mind went. Colton Rob convinces Candace bird brain ass to let Colton be the third, the new traitor. And then
Absolutely.
they use Candace as a shield for maybe an episode or two and then get rid of her.
Candace would be a damn fool if she let that happen.
I don't think that's
The
gonna
But
best
happen.
she
bet
is a
is
damn
the
fool.
best
She's
bet
proven
is
that several
Christian.
times.
Candace's bet is that Christian or Johnny is a traitor with her. If she lets Colton become a third traitor, she's a damn fool. She's basically pushing herself out because
I
they're
think
gonna.
next episode gonna be good because I don't think they're gonna be able to agree.
No, they probably
I
won't.
can't see them coming to agreement, and I don't see Candace. Candace is not a pushover. She's not gonna be like last season where Boston Rob was running Danielle and whatever I don't forgot her name, Carolyn. Candace isn't gonna let it. I'm curious because it's gonna be a tie, and I don't know how they're
Candace
gonna break
is not that dumb though, because for her to vote for Rob, she's basically letting people know, like, if I do get like found out, look who I voted for. So that was smart in my opinion. But did you peep how Rob did that pact and made
Yes,
everybody like tell to make sure that they didn't tell anyone who had the dagger? This is
Yep.
his second time telling people just between us because we're faithfuls. Always he always has to point that out as faithfuls, as faithful. And for nobody to point that out really pisses me off because he even told Ron and Ron picking up on everything else, but he literally told you to his face, everybody thinks I'm a dumb guy from Alabama. He's literally playing in y'all face. And he's doing the same little making pass, keep this between us, the same as Colton's been doing. And nobody is saying nothing.
I
I
don't
don't
like
get that.
Snake Rob. I do
Like
not like
Rob
Snake
has more
Rob all the
pretty
way from
privilege.
Love Island, but that was a good game move, and he is playing a good game. We
He's
might
playing a
not
good game
like it.
for
He's playing
himself,
a good
yes.
game.
He's playing the best game for himself. Between him and Colton,
As a faithful, that's a good. We know he's not a faithful, but as a faithful, that is a good game move. Because if you come out talking about you got the dagger amongst the traitors, you're getting murdered. They're gonna murder you. So
Mm-hmm.
that was a good strategy. Now I done forgot what happened next. What happened next after they done got the dagger? Because they come in the house and they
Well,
tell her
they go straight into a banishment, right? Don't they? They eat and then they go
where
straight
they eat.
into a
Okay, let's
yeah,
banishment.
they
get
were
straight
all
into the banishment. Because again, I don't know why everybody can't. Wait, I think I missed the slide. Hold on, let me see what this one say. Okay, this is what you want to talk about, Brittany. Everybody feel like Rob told Colton that he's a traitor or who the traitors are. And I just don't, one, it's against the rules, but people do cheat. But I agree with someone said in the comments, that's giving Colton too much power.
And I think if it's true that he's tipped Colton off in some way, shape, form, or fashion, that ultimately one of them are gonna have to flip on each other. It's just a matter of if Colton's gonna flip on Rob or is
Well,
Rob gonna
he
flip on
has
Colton.
to, because he can't get the money as long as there's a traitor in the game. Because that's why it was stupid for him to tell Lisa what's going on in the turret. You can't win the game with a traitor, so he has to flip on Rob unless he just love Rob so much and want Rob to have the money.
I don't know.
But we're at another banishment where no one wants to start the conversation. I think it didn't start on Lisa. It started on Natalie. Who was fighting with Natalie?
I think Lisa started it though, didn't she? Because she
Yeah,
started it
Lisa
and
started
she talked about what Natalie said.
Yes, and she said you said we murdered. Now, Natalie, you did say it, but I felt like
She
Natalie
did say
should have
it.
came back and said, look, that was a slip up. Portia slipped. Michael slipped at this table and y'all ain't vote his ass out. People slip up and say it. So I don't think that. I think she wasn't like, I didn't like the way Natalie was defending herself, because really, Natalie, you didn't defend yourself. Rob saved you.
Rob and Colton
Lisa.
defended her,
Right.
but like she didn't have to really fight like that. The only thing she really said was to Lisa, like, you don't even believe I'm a traitor. You're just deflected. And she was right. But Nellie she still didn't get the heat that most people has had to like take, being like one of the people that people will have to vote against during the round table. If the traitors would have been playing Rob the game the way that they should be, that round table should have been between Natalie and Steven.
Wow, what is Steven flipped over the card? Who flipped over the cards?
Steven was flipping over cards, and he was handing out, like he was serving people. So it could have been between them two. Those are the two people that had the heat on them after that, aside from the jam situation.
I don't know. They could have got out Natalie, but
I think Rob did a good job. He did a good job. He didn't really even have to speak on Lisa. He was doing a good job just like bringing out to the forefront the facts about how Natalie is really a faithful instead of a traitor. It made sense. So he really didn't even have to throw her on the table. So the fact that he still threw her on the table, it was like, what is he doing? I really hope.
But that's my thoughts on this. Is where I feel like Rob messed up a little bit, because he's been mute at these banishments. He always like, yeah, I agree. He don't really come out with any arguments. So now all of a sudden that it's a known traitor, now you got all the arguments for the banishment and you're swinging votes. I would have said that's weird.
He looks like a Colton puppet.
Right.
Colton typically does.
They even had the same little speech. I was like, wait a minute. And somebody did mention that how they had the same speech, but I was just like, now it's just being too obvious that y'all are in cahoots.
Very.
What I think is interesting is the way that I think Alan asked if the dagger would be used. So we know now that you have to say when you're going to use it.
Yes.
So that can't, because Candace can use it if she finds out that he has it.
No, I think only Rob can use it. He just has to announce when he's going to use it.
No, I'm saying Candace can use that to her advantage, knowing that he has to use it, beforehand. Like he has to say, okay, I'm going to use the dagger before they, start the round table. And she can use that to her advantage, knowing that. But again, she's going to have to start like pushing real hard for an alliance to like get a one up on him.
So let me ask a question about this dagger. They're not going to give anybody like, oh, you got a secret shield. So even if he hit you with the dagger, it's like, nope. Fast as big, you can't catch me.
Because shields are only for murder, not banishment. Everybody up for banishment.
That's stupid.
Well, it can't be because that's the only time you can get a traitor is at banishment. So everyone is up for banishment.
So he
Or
gonna
do
use
you
the dagger on Candace?
I think he's going to use the. I hope not, but that's what I think is going to happen. He's going to rally up his troops because, like you said, Britt, it's a tie. And next week it's going to be Candace versus Natalie, and he going to use that dagger and get Candace out because Candace is mad. If you look,
I don't think it's gonna be. It'll probably be. It's between Candace, Nelly, and Steven. Because remember, Colton has said he's
yeah,
going for Steven.
but
I
Rob going
really
to push
think
Candace, and
the
they going to
gag
follow.
of the century would be he turn on Colton and use the dagger on Colton. Like they would all be devastated, especially Colton.
Right, the dagger gives you 2 votes. That's correct. But what's gonna mess up Rob if he lead the charge on Candace and he get 2 traitors out? They gonna be looking like, how come he know all the traitors?
Yeah, he's got to play. Yeah, he can't.
That's why she did good about voting for him. That's what I'm telling you.
Well, let's get to that. The votes, I don't know. I ain't write down the votes, but it was Natalie versus Lisa. Lisa got the most votes, but of course, Candace voted for Rob. Dorinda voted for
Vote for
Mara.
Mara.
I don't even know why she voted for Mara, but
Because she
And
feel
then
like
Rob had the nerve to be mad, talking about why would Candace do that to throw the hint that I'm a traitor? What you mean? Why did she do that? You had to understand why Candace did that. I still don't think that Candace should have done it, but you acting like she don't have no right to feel no kind of way about what you did, sir.
he was just a hypocrite, and it shows so much through this episode. Like she's doing the same thing to you that you did to Lisa, and that was a
last
problem.
week,
Just
yeah.
like early, at the breakfast, he was like, "Oh, I don't, I didn't like being ganged up on." You started the shit. Like he felt like Lisa and Candace were ganging on him, but again, they used too much time trying to get him to like fall back in suit than to get him out. I hate that for them. Because they could have got him out.
They shouldn't have tried to get him to fall back. They should have been, okay, we about to just start. Hey, y'all, let's think about some people whose name we never said. Nobody's ever said Rob. Let's think about him. Like they could have just.
But somebody did end up mentioning Rob, and Coach.
After the banishment, they start mentioning Rob. But they at the breakfast, they should have been doing that.
They should have been. As soon as he, first of all, knowing that every time when they did bring Colton's name up to eliminate him, he kind of backed away from it. So it's like knowing that he's close with him and he keeps telling y'all he's close to him. Y'all should have got out Colton or Rob. And then when he voted for Lisa, definitely get him out, or at least start making a plan. Like they wasn't playing the game the way that they should. They're not playing it the best.
They're not thinking about everyone. They're fixated on one person every week. Then they get to the round table and flip it all, but they're not looking at everybody. But again, it could be the edit because like we missing the whole Kristen and Mark edit. So we'll see. But they also have to tell the story, and it could be that maybe Kristen and Mark were trying to talk about Rob, but because no one would bite their carrot, like, we ain't gonna show it because ain't nobody going for it. So Lisa went, they got a traitor. She, what they call her, the icon, the legend, all that. I said, y'all doing too much, but I'm not a Lisa Rinna fan, so.
Me either.
Me either. It's just, again, it's just like Rob is just so disappointed that he's playing. Like I said, as an individual, he's playing the best. He's playing the best for what we can see. It kind of makes you feel like he's going to win, even though I hope he doesn't, but.
I agree with this comment. Candace should have been talking and moving independently from the beginning of the game. Candace played 50% of this game just Ron, Portia, Ron. And now you're going to have to play hard and dirty, but that's not in your character of the game. You've always been Ron. So now she's going to have to start playing aggressive, and it's going to be against her character that she's already portrayed the first 50%. She should have been voting for other people and really getting into the game. And she's been able to play back because Ron lasted so long. So we're going to see how Candace flipped this. I think she can do it based on social media.
No, don't do that.
I think she could.
No, really, V. I don't think I'm still.
I don't think she can flip it because again, I don't see where she has any allies. I don't see where she has any allies in the house. And Rob, let's look at who's left. Rob has been able to, he's gotten on in his alliance or on his side, he has Colton, he has Mark, he has Steven, he has Natalie. That is 5 out of the people that are left.
He has Eric and Mara too. Mara is his number one because she's from Love Island.
Okay, Eric and Mara. Okay, so look at who's left. All that's left is Tara, Kristen, Johnny, and Dorinda. Who the hell is that? Is not her line. I don't think so.
I'm telling y'all what I really think. I don't think it would have been wrong for her to play her game because that's what Rob is doing. I think Candace just went in with the mindset of, okay, since I'm a traitor, I'm gonna play with my team. My team is traitor.
Right, so she did. But the problem is wrong, while she was doing that, Rob was building an alliance, and it's almost like when it's almost like Candace was playing checkers and Rob has been playing chess.
Yeah.
He has been building an alliance.
No other season before, because if she would have watched any other season, she would know all the traitors can't make it to the end and won't. You have to play your own game,
and that's what. And I'm gonna tell you, Rob made his big swing on this episode with the whole dagger and with everybody that was out there with that gold. He created his alliance out of those people. Now, is that alliance going to last to the end? No, it may only last for 2 episodes, but that's long enough to get Candace ass out, and it's long enough for them. It's long enough for them to be able to recruit a traitor, and look, out of all the people that's left, the likelihood that it's going to be somebody that he's aligned himself with is a higher than Candace.
I think Candace can get Dorinda. She can get Christian. She can get Tara. She can get Mark because Mark and Christian has an alliance together. So wherever Christian goes, wherever she goes, he'll go, and vice versa. And I think, of course, Johnny,
and that also includes Tara and Johnny, because Tara and Johnny are an alliance.
Johnny, Mark,
she already is in alliance with Tara and Johnny.
Yeah, her and Tara and Johnny are already linked up.
That's 5 people. Now I'm gonna tell you who it's gonna depend on. Okay, we know that Rob has the dagger, but it's really Steven. If somebody, some way, somehow can get Steven to know this, like that Colton is coming, because Colton likes to just spring it on a person at the round table that he's going for them. If Steven can find out that Colton is coming for him, Steven is going to side with Candace. He's going to be on the side with Candace because he will have to pick between Colton and Rob. And if Colton and Rob are seemingly thick as thieves at this point, so why would he side with Rob?
I don't know, but now I'm thinking about Dorinda. She might not have Dorinda because
Dorinda is ditzy. Dorinda, you can't count on Dorinda,
right? Because when they were throwing Lisa under the bus, Lisa was not Dorinda was not a Lisa defender. Only Candace was defending Lisa. Dorinda was like, yeah, she ain't acting like herself. You might like. Dorinda was in the amen corner of the people who were against Lisa. So I don't think you can depend on Dorinda too much.
Rob, at this point, I think his strongest people are Colton, Amara, and Eric. Those are the only 3. Like, of course, Mark and Steven kind of sways from time to time, but I think if push come to shove, Candace can sway them. I really think so.
Well, they didn't show the turret, so it's very clear that they recruited someone. And I'm expecting the turret, that beginning scene next week, to be real good. I can't wait to see it. We watching it in your room, really, B?
We can. I'll have my tablet, and I have the Wi-Fi package, so we can watch it on my tablet.
Okay, that's what we're gonna do. So I don't know the rules, but it's clear to me that they're not going to be able to agree on who to recruit as a traitor. So I want to know how it goes down when they can't agree. But who do you think, if they had to agree, that they might say, I'm cool with that? I think the only person they might both be cool with is Christian
or Johnny. Of course, not Colton. Rob is going to go with whoever he feels is most loyal to him, which is either like I feel Colton, Eric, he maybe Mark or Steven, maybe.
Abby, are you here?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'm not be trying to be polite and listen, and you talk about everybody here.
No, I didn't want to feel like we weren't letting you get in. That's all. Because baby, we up here philosophizing. I just want to make sure we wasn't leaving you out. That's all.
No, I'm here. I'm listening.
Ocean Dreamy, I agree. I would pick if Candace is smart, she will go, she will push for Christian and or Johnny. I think those
I feel like Johnny would give it away. I don't think Johnny can control his face.
I think Johnny
Do you
be
think
good.
she would agree if Rob was like, let's choose Natalie? You think she would agree to Natalie being a traitor?
She better not.
I don't think so.
She better not. She better
Yeah,
not.
I agree, El Michelle. I think they're gonna do one. I think they might do one kill with just the two of them, and then have to recruit.
And that's going to be even more interesting because now, if they don't recruit, they still have to murder. How are they going to agree on who to? Because
I don't know.
Rob's going to protect his alliance, and Candace is going to protect hers. So we definitely going to find out what's going to happen when it's a tie.
If they get a kill, Candace better goes for somebody that has an alliance with Rob. And that's between it may have to be Colton or Eric. Eric is probably the next one they need to go ahead and get up out of here.
Yeah, because was he even on that slide? Eric is definitely not on the show. I don't even remember us saying Eric.
Mandy, 1986. I think Natalie can be a good choice to go to because she's really loyal to Colton. We call her Mrs. Colton.
Not Mrs. Colton.
Well, it's too small. You can read it. So apparently this week on social media, it was a video of last week's episode, and Candace said this is complete foolishness. I think that's what she said. Oh, she said this is ridiculous. Rob came back and said, Jesus, just the game. I can't see what Candace said, but pretty much they going back and forth on Instagram about it just being a game. I feel like this is ruining.
The person who won the game said it's just a game.
Right. I'm like, but they're ruining the season because when someone says it's just a game, you trying to tell somebody it ain't that deep. So it feels like Rob gonna get Candace out.
When you know you done wrong, basically, in my mind.
And we all know Candace can hold a grudge.
Lord Jesus.
She ain't never gonna let it go.
Ever.
Drag me, Monique.
And she gonna be talking about how Rob stole his college tuition fund from traders. She ain't never gonna let it go.
I'm deceived.
So y'all really think Candace gonna be the next to go for real?
I don't know about the next to go, but she ain't long. She ain't there long.
It's gonna be ass cheeks close. Oh my God.
If you listen to her preseason interview, she kind of ruins when she goes.
Wait, pause, rewind, because I know I didn't hear what I just thought I heard. Maybe repeat what you said. What you said.
If you listen to the interview, Candace did
preseason. Ma'am, not you.
Oh.
BB, what did you just say? How close is it gonna be?
It's gonna be ass cheeks close. Oh my God.
That's what I thought you said.
How do y'all know Rob didn't win? People in the chat saying, I mean, are y'all guessing or y'all read? I mean, don't tell me if it's
I don't know if Rob wins, but it's very clear by how Candace is speaking on Instagram that Rob gets hurt. That doesn't necessarily mean Rob wins, but it's very clear that Rob last.
So I was just saying somebody in the chat was saying that, and I was just wondering how they knew. That's all.
Oh, I see it. I don't know who wins. I really don't care who wins if my girl Natalie or Candace can't win. So I really don't care out of them two.
I got another question.
I know Natalie ass ain't gonna win. She gonna be gone soon.
She needs to be. She needs to be. Which is
she adds no value. None.
I feel like
it just ain't her game. Survivor is her game.
I feel like Mara is the one that has no, like, she's just gonna go. She's sliding through, being lazy. Got folks carrying her through the challenges, and she just goes with the majority of the vote. Or
Mara don't know what's going on. I don't even know if Mara knows she's still in the game.
I want Natalie.
Not Mara don't know what day it is.
But Natalie is just.
She don't.
So
and it's very clear she don't care.
Do y'all think Rob would use his dagger to save someone other than himself?
Absolutely not.
I don't see that happening.
He's gonna use it for that's what I'm saying. What I'm just throwing it, just pulling it out the air. If they can kind of push Rob, if Candace can push Rob's name out there, to the point where he thinks he has to use the dagger for himself before the round table and use it, and then they switch it and take out Colton.
Gagged.
That's too much Survivor Big Brother thing. I don't think Candace got that in her.
Ugh.
That's a
She
gamer,
is really, really upset.
that's a gamer thing right there. I don't think Candace is thinking
Because
that
they
way
got
because
all
she
the
done played this
Negroes
whole season
out,
thinking the
and I'm
traders
just
all
like,
gonna make
ugh.
it to the end. So no. Mm-mm.
Oh, dang.
Candace about to play very angry. I think she gonna be on a
She is, and
banana
then she's
against
going to
Rob,
lose focus.
and it's gonna mess herself up.
Exactly. She's going to play angry, and that's going to mess her up. I agree.
My God, could
Right.
y'all
Candace
imagine
thinks
if
with emotions and not strategy. I agree.
Emotions make you cry sometimes.
It make you die
Oh,
sometimes.
that wasn't where I was going. I was going, you got me feeling emotion.
No, we're gonna leave it. We're gonna leave alone singing any Mariah Carey songs. We're just gonna let
Yeah,
that.
after what they did to her this
Ooh,
week.
We're
that
just gonna
Mariah
let
My
that
God,
sit.
Carey.
We're gonna let that sit over there.
could y'all imagine how it would have been if Lisa would have got out and Tiffany would have still been there and then been a traitor?
Now I feel like Tiffany and Candace could have, because Candace was really feeling Tiffany. I feel like
Yes.
they could have built an alliance, and then Candace would have been, because now you have someone who's
You have
strategic,
that
who's played
strategy.
these games before. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Tiffany would have been the one to come up with that. Let's make him think he need to use the dagger, and then we flip it. That's
Yep.
the Tiffany
That.
strategy.
Yep.
There were
That's
no
what she
gamers
would have.
left in the game, but Natalie, and like you said, Natalie giving all one, she loud and wrong, and then her loyalty is to Colton in that clique. So Natalie ain't gonna help Candace with the strategy. So we gonna be watching traders from the boat. We'll have to do a 2-week review. I guess that's that weekend of Valentine's Day. But they canceled my son's show again. So whenever,
They canceled it again. Oh no.
yes, so it might be another week where I gotta miss. It just all depends on when they reschedule it. But we gonna talk about traders. That's our show. We made it to the 1 hour mark. We did good. It is time to go see what the Grand Dame got to talk about. I can't wait to see it. You gonna light your candle?
I'm a light. Look, I was just gonna say I gotta light my candle.
The Grand Dame is the one that just got out the clink, right?
Yes.
That's her. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
This whole episode about to be her coming out of jail and her lying. She about to lie this whole hour.
She gonna lie. Look, I love her, but she gonna lie. Mm-hmm. She gonna lie.
Now
So
she
before we
finna
go
lie.
though, can everybody say who their top 3 or top 4 would be to make it to the end?
Okay, wait. I gotta pull this picture back up. Let's do that. You go first.
For me, who I would want to make to the end, of course, Candace is one for me. I wouldn't mind Christian being one. Kristen, I'm sorry, Kristen and Mark, yep, Mark, Kristen, or Candace for me.
I feel like I'm forced to say Candace because she's the only black person left. So Candace.
Period.
Although y'all know how I feel about Candace. Kristen. I don't know. Who do I think is going to make it, or who do I want to make it?
All right, because those two totally different lists.
I know.
Yeah, because who I think is going to make it is Rob. I think Rob makes it. I think Colton makes it. And maybe a sleeper, like maybe Johnny or Mark or whatever. Who do I want to make it? Like I said, again, I'm going to root for Candace. I can see Kristen, maybe Tara. I don't know.
Who I think going to make it to the end is Rob. He's going to pull along his number one and Mara. And then they going to let someone like Dorinda make it all the way to the end and lose on her second time around. That's who I think will make it. Who I want to make it is Natalie, Kristen.
Shoulders.
Huh?
Natalie and her shoulders.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm a Natalie Anderson fan. That's just it. I want Natalie because I want her to win the money. So Natalie, Kristen, and Steven is who I want to be at the end because I want Natalie to get a little change. I don't want no traitors at the end.
So this,
Abby,
so we know Colton is gonna go, right? Is he gonna?
Colton has to go at some point. It's just because he gonna get himself banished at some point.
And they said he deleted all of the Traitor stuff from off his socials.
He did.
That's what they
Oh,
said.
well. And they out here advocating for him, talking about don't cyberbully. Now I don't agree with cyberbullying, but Peacock is out here advocating for him, and they didn't delete. He done deleted you off. They pay his page.
Hmm.
Oh, I forgot. Natalie was talking mess to Tiffany, but that's gamer on gamer speak. Like, don't read too much into that.
And I
When
still
it
think it's like not fair that Rob is able to, like, some people are applauding the way that Rob is playing, but last season they wasn't doing it. They didn't have the same energy for Danielle.
Danielle pissed me off last season, and that's our sister and all, but she was doing too much. I didn't like the way Danielle played.
I didn't like Danielle. I didn't like the way Danielle played either last season. Sorry, not sorry. I
like for me, I don't like Snake Rob, but I can say he's playing a good game.
He is playing a great game.
I do like Danielle. I like Big Brother Danielle, but she played an awful game as a traitor. She just was lucky with some dumbass faithfuls and a lot of traitor on traitor violence between Boston Rob and
not traitor on traitor violence though.
So Danielle was lucky to make it as far as she did because them faithfuls were idiots last season.
They really were.
SCK, yes, Natalie was talking. She was talking real messy to Tiffany on the podcast. I saw that. Mm-hmm. And why is Michael picture? Why Michael picture not on there?
His picture not on there.
He probably sent them a cease and desist and told them.
No, his picture ain't there. It's just his name. Whoever made this was shady, but that's the one I saw, so I grabbed it. I ain't know his picture wasn't on there.
Damn, Michael.
But Abby, hurry up and give us your list so we could go watch the Grand Dome.
Okay, my list is the Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost. Next.
Ooh, well, I already have to put that. That's it. You can't argue with that.
I'm gonna change my answer to everything Abby said.
Then, because these niggas done started another fire in my house. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I can smell. Like I can smell the wood burning from the fireplace in here. You know how when you first start a fire, you can smell it.
You can smell it.
I just realized.
Well, another great episode, another great panel. Thank you, Soror, for coming up and talking with us. This was fun. Anytime you want the link, just let me know. I will send it to you. It's always a good time.
But
we about to be on break for at least a week because we're gonna be on the boat. So we'll definitely let you know. And with that said, y'all know StreamYard done lost my outro, so we out. Bye.
You barely had an outro, friend. What?
Look, it was